Which UFC fighters would I not want to and want to spend time in prison with? That is the question I sought to answer today. I got a couple UFC fighters that I want to talk about and just talk and say if I would want to spend time in prison with them. And I don't just mean, you know, neighbor cell. I mean cellmates. That's a better way I should put it. What UFC, what fighters would I want to be a cellmate with, and what fighters would I not want to be a cellmate with? I think the thumbnail of this video is going to give away that one, but let's just get right into it with Tony Ferguson. Now, listen, Tony Ferguson, he's had a crazy track record of stuff. He has CTE, okay? We'll get to another CTE guy in a second, but he has CTE. I mean, maybe not as bad, but he's not all there in the head. He had that whole mishap of he like ran into the desert or something, and then his wife was scared and shit like that. Like, he's not all there. And you can see it even with his training videos where he's doing these all kinds of wacky training techniques and shit, jumping on a yoga ball, jumping off, doing a 360 on it, shit like that. He's not all there. But he's still a funny guy. Like, he's still a good guy. He's not all there, but some of it is still there. So I actually think I would want to be a cellmate with him. Yeah, there might be some tricky, hairy moments, but overall, I don't think it would be that bad. Actually, I kind of think Tony Ferguson, he's getting up there in age and everything. People know he's not all there. It's pretty obvious the way he acts and stuff like that. I actually kind of think Tony Ferguson would kind of be like that everyone's friend type of guy. Like that I have an example here. I used an example for this in the next one from movies in a TV show. But if you've seen Shawshank Redemption, one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie, there's a guy named Brooks, right? And he's an old guy, and nobody ever threatens him. Nobody, talks shit with him. They just respect him because he's old and everything. I think Tony Ferguson would kind of be the Brooks of prison. What the fuck is this video? Sorry. I kind of had a thought in my head, like, what am I doing? But I kind of think Tony Ferguson would be that type of guy that everyone would be okay with. Everyone would be like, oh, hey, that guy, he's not all there, so we're just going to be friendly with him, but he's a nice guy at the end of the day. I think that's what Tony Ferguson would be like in prison. However, like I mentioned, I do think there would be some hairy moments, like someone is just messing around with him, and he's like, he doesn't know it's a joke, or he doesn't understand it's a joke, and he takes it seriously. It's like that Goodfellas scene where it's like, did you just call me a clown? Stop clowning. Tony Ferguson, if someone called him a clown as a joke, he would be like, the fuck you say to me? The fuck did you say to me? He would get all mad and everything. I think that's what Tony Ferguson would be like in prison. But overall, at the end of the day, a nice guy that people respect because he's been through shit, and he's a tough guy, but he's not all there. Now, let's get on to someone who is definitely not all there, BJ Penn. Now, BJ Penn, you saw it in the thumbnail. This is someone I would not want to be a cellmate with. Hell no, dude. This guy, and listen, when I'm talking about Tony Ferguson and BJ Penn, CT and shit and everything, it's not good. Okay, I'm kind of making fun of it, but it's to the point where, especially BJ Penn, he needs help. I'm pretty sure they're forcing him to do an evaluation or something like that, but he's not there at all. He's thinking his family's been replaced by someone and they're not real, and he's posting crazy shit like that. Like, that's not good, okay? He needs help. That's not funny. But imagining being a cellmate with BJ Penn, it's kind of funny and kind of scary because I think BJ Penn would scare the fuck out of me. I'm sleeping, right? Let's say I'm top bunk, he's bottom bunk, and I'm sleeping. I'm like, out of nowhere, I just get this feeling to open my eyes, and I could just see BJ Penn hanging. He's he's kind of up there. His face is not all there. It's halfway up. It's like half divided by the bed. But I see his eyes, and his eyes are wide as shit and white. And he's looking at me, and I feel his nose, the air coming out of his nose, like. And I just shit myself. Like, I shit all over the bed. I'm scared as fuck. I'm screaming. I'm like, ah! I'm scared as fuck, because that would be, I can't even imagine that. And then BJ Penn's like, who are you? Who are you? And I'm like, dude, it's me. I'm your cellmate. I'm your cellmate. You gotta relax. You gotta relax, man. Please. And I'm flipping the fuck out. In conclusion, BJ Penn is not all there. I mean, not all there. He's not there at all. Tony Ferguson's a bit better, but BJ Penn, one wrong, not even like a wrong thing. I joked about how you could say a joke to Tony Ferguson and he could take it the wrong way. BJ Penn could literally take anything in the wrong way. You know what I mean? You could be like, oh, it sounds like it's raining. Oh, wow, it sounds like it's raining cats and dogs. And BJ Penn was going, what? What? Cats falling out of the sky? No! Like, like it's something like that where you got to be careful. You got to stay on your tippy toes with BJ Penn. And he's just the crazy guy of the prison, I'm thinking of this guy called Haywire from Prison Break. He's the crazy guy. He's the one that's always like, nice day. Like, he's, you don't want to be around him. You're scared. You're scared of him for good reason too. So I would hate being cellmates with BJ Penn. I would feel fear for my life. I would feel for him too, because I would be like, damn, like, you're not all there. I feel bad for you. I hope you get some help. And I could just imagine getting beat the fuck up in the middle of my sleep by BJ Penn, thinking I'm a demon and I'm like a skinwalker. I'd be scared as shit. So no, I do not want to be cellmates with BJ Penn. Moving on. Dustin Poirier. Now, a lot of people might see this and be like, oh yeah, you would want to be cellmates with Dustin Poirier. And half of it, that's true, right? I feel like if I'm a cellmate with him, I'm chill. He's chill. I'm chill. We're cool. We're friends and everything. We talk a lot. We're chill. And a lot of people would find Dustin chill. But Dustin has one of the saltiest alter egos, it's like, in the UFC. You got Joe Pyfer, Jamal Hale. Those are salty guys. But Dustin Poirier, a lot of people don't think about it. He's salty as shit. Remember the Dan Hooker fight? Where, it went the distance, right? Dan Hooker, they both took a fuck ton of damage. Dan Hooker took a lot more than Dustin. Dan Hooker's on the stool after the fight, trying to just live, trying to continue breathing. And he's just crumbling inside. Everything inside of him is crumbling. He's not all there and shit. And Dustin, he's fine. He's beaten up, but he's chilling. He goes over to Dan Hooker and he's like, hey, how'd you like that, Dan? How'd you like that? Hey, don't count them chickens, Dan. Hey, don't do that, Dan. Don't count them chickens. And Dan Hooker, he doesn't know where he's at. He's all fucked up. He's just like, who's talking right now, man? Who's talking? He's probably thinking about dick. Pause. But he's not all there. And Dustin, he's salty as shit. Even winning, though. He wins the fight. And he's still like, hey, how'd you like that, Dan? Don't count them chickens, man. Hey, buddy, don't count them chickens. And on top of that, another instance is with the Michael Chandler fight. Afterwards, I forget exactly what Poirier says. He's like, hey, this is my home. This is my home. This is my place. And they were fighting at MSG, Madison Square Garden. And Chandler goes, What do you mean? Madison Square Garden's your home? Your home? And he was kind of like fucking with him. Dustin Poirier took that seriously because as kind of like, I don't know, was it an interview? I forget. He's talking about this situation, right? He's like, this guy asked if Madison Square Garden is my home. What a fucking dweeb. Dude, this guy has that saltiness level in him. He's one of the saltiest fighters, and you wouldn't even guess it. So my point is that I think he would be chill with me and a lot of people, but one person one person, and maybe even a little group, right? Because, there's probably different groups in prison and shit like that, different groups and clans, whatever, pause. But I think he would get into like a banter match with someone, and he'd be salty to be like, "Hey, you a bitch! Hey, you a bitch, man! Look at your fucking shoes, man!" And they're wearing the same shoes. They're in fucking prison. They're wearing the same shoes, but Dustin's still like, "Look at your fucking dusty ass, crusty shoes, man!" And he's salty as shit. And then Dustin, he comes back to the our cell. And he's like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey, what's up? What's up, Dustin? What's going on, man?" And then out of nowhere, a whole group of people, the one guy's group, they come in, they beat the fuck out of us. Even though there's two of us, and I'm there like, fuck. Like, I'm getting swung on by like 5 dudes and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting hit left and right. Dustin's getting hit left and right, but he's still talking. He's on the ground, he's bleeding and shit, but he's like, fucking dusty ass shoes. Shit like that. That's why I wouldn't want to be Dustin's cellmate. I would be nervous because, he's got that saltiness. He's got it. But maybe he's getting older. Maybe he's calmed down. But yeah, I'm gonna pass on Dustin. Next up, Conor McGregor. Now, I just talked a lot about Dustin Poirier's saltiness and everything. So you might expect me to be like, oh hell no, man. Why would I want to be cellmates with Conor? But I actually want to be. I would want to be, man. Listen, I'm talking about pre-Coke Conor. But even now that I think about it, even Coke drugged up Conor, I wouldn't mind at all. I wouldn't mind. Because he's got the drugs, man. He's got the money. He's got the drugs and shit like that. But my vision, right, or my thinking is, yeah, this guy's cocky as shit. But, dude, this guy's friends with everyone, man. This guy's friends with everyone. He fought Mayweather. They were chill. They were cool. Mayweather paid a fuck ton of respect to Conor after they fought. Dustin, in the trilogy, the second fight, Conor goes out there. He's all nice. He's like, oh, hey, Dustin, can I try some of your hot sauce? Like, he's cool. So, yeah, he has this persona of the Mac. He's really confident and shit like that. But, he does have respect for a lot of these guys. But he's that mystic Mac. Dude, this guy's persuasive. This guy could charm a whole group of brutal murderers. Shit like that. He could charm them. He could be like, hey, man, hey, let me be your king. Let me be your ruler. And they'd be like, okay, McGregor, okay, I'm okay with that. Okay, hey, what do you think? Oh, yeah, I'm okay with that. That's what he could do. So I think McGregor, he not really like the ruler of prison, but just the ruler of a couple groups, gangs, whatever. He's got that charm. He's got that confidence. He's got the fighting ability. And also maybe later on, he starts doing drugs and everything. He can dish him out. He's like, he's sitting there like, hey, you want some drugs? You want some drugs? Like, he's chill and everyone likes him. So yeah, maybe he'd get some saltiness. Maybe he'd get a little rowdy. But fuck it, man. I'm going with Conor. I like Conor. I'm going with him. Next up, Tai Tuivasa. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Fuck yeah, man. Hell yeah. I would love to be with my boy Tai Tuivasa. One thing, immediately, the food. This guy loves eating. This guy would find the best fucking food. He would find the way. It's like, with Tai Tuivasa, right, his mindset, one of his goals would be to get out, to escape prison, right? And the other goal would be to find food. The finding food goal would be more important than escaping prison to Tai Tuivasa. So I would be dining every single night. This guy would pull fucking whatever. He would make, he would make good shit. He would, I don't know, like grab shit from the vending machine, crunch it up, put it in a microwave, put some water in it, make some like fucking Dorito pastries, some shit like that. Like, this guy would get around with food. And also, dude, everyone loves Tai Tuivasa. Everyone loves him. I would love him as a cellmate. And then lastly, let's say somebody doesn't like Tai Tuivasa and they want to put a hit on him. They don't want to just beat him up. They want to kill him. All right, and I don't wish ill will on anyone. I don't want anyone to die. But in prison, When somebody wants to shank someone, you can see it in what's the one show called? The Wire? Yeah, The Wire, I think it is. In prison, he like multiple times, and not even just in that show, but you could just see it a lot in culture and shit. And this is probably true too. I would believe it, but they wrap like newspaper around their stomach and shit as kind of like protection against the shanks. Stuff like this. They wrap it around their stomach. When somebody goes to shank them, they got some kind of like protection. Maybe it's not the best, but they got some kind of protection. Tied to Ivasa, he fucking doesn't need that, man. Look at that blub. Look at that flubber around that guy's waist. This guy's chill. This guy could tank a shank stabbing and just beat the other guy's ass because yeah, he's a bit big, but he's still got them hands, man. He's still got them hands. No matter how big or stabful he is, he can tank those shots, hit him, knock him out, and be like, "Hey, where's the food, man? Where's the food, man?" That's a terrible accent, but that's what I'm getting at. Tied to Ivasa, I would love to be a cellmate of his. Next. Oh, this is a terrible picture because I couldn't really find a better picture. But Vanderlei Silva. Fuck no. Fuck no. This guy, we would have arguments over simple shit in the cell, like what book is mine, when can I go to the toilet, when can he go to the toilet, when can he get out of the cell and I jerk off, or when can I get out of the cell and he could jerk off, shit like that, small stuff like that. And this guy, he would do the classic, "What now? Hey, what now? Hey, where's my headphones, man? Hey, what now?" And I'd be like, "Hey, Silva, man, we're cellmates. Chill out. And he'd be getting rowdy. He'd be getting English. He'd be like, "Hey, come on." He'd be like, "Hey, we're now. Just like the situation with Chael Sonnen. And I'd be like, "Hey, man, I'm your cellmate. I just borrowed your headphones. Here, take them back." And he'd still be mad. Even after I gave them back, he'd still be mad. He'd be like, "You took my fucking headphones, man." And you know what I do? I go, 1, 2, knock his ass out. I knocked out Vanderlei Silva. But I would not want to be his cellmate. That shit would be not peaceful at all. It would be aggravation every second living there. And it would just be on edge because, yeah, this guy's a badass fighter. This guy's the axe murderer. He could fucking kill me in my sleep. I would be on edge every single second. My hairs would be standing up every millisecond, I should say. Like, I would be scared shitless. I'd be afraid. So, no, I'm going to have to say no to Silva. Sorry, my friend. Next up, Cain Velasquez. Short story, yes, 100%. Everyone loves Cain. Everyone loves Cain. Picture of him and Khabib. Everyone loves Cain, dude. And he just got out of prison. For defending I think it was his child for getting molested or something like that. And he tried to shoot the guy and it hit a stray bullet hit someone and he went to prison for it. But he was protecting his child. That's not bad at all. This guy, everyone loves him. Everyone loves him, dude. I think keep it short and sweet. Cain's an awesome guy, and he can beat the living fuck out of you. C-level Cain, he's got that cardio. He can withstand like 3 guys in a fight. He's got that cardio. He's tough as shit. But also at the end of the day, like I was saying, man, everyone loves him. Nobody wants to fight Cain. But that presence of that murderous intent of that he could beat the fuck out of me intent, that fear factor makes everyone just not want to fuck with him. It's fear, but it's also like compassion or like likeness to Cain. So I'm gonna keep it nice and short. I would fucking love to be Cain's boy, man. I'd love to be Cain's cellmate. We would chop it up. Holy shit. We would chop it up, man. We would get all kinds of shit. We'd be like, "Yo, we going to the lunchroom. Going outside, lift some weights for our free time hour. What are we doing? We play some b-ball." I'd love to, man. It'd be dope as shit. So yes, I would. And last up, Brandon Moreno. Take a guess. What am I gonna say? Take a guess. Dude, yes. 100% yes. Brandon Moreno. This guy's fucking awesome, dude. He's a huge-ass nerd like I am. And we'd just be talking about shit. We'd be talking about Star Wars. We'd be talking about Legos. He would find a way to get some Legos into prison and he would build them, and he would like dig a hole in the wall and put a poster over it and hide the Legos in there. And then let's say like I'm gonna play a situation, right? I'm coming to my cell. Moreno, he's secretly building the Legos. I'm like, hey, Moreno, man, how long you waiting for? And he's like, oh man, hey man, I can't do a fucking accent. Holy shit. He's like 2 months, man. I mean, not 2 months. He's like 10 years. I'm like, damn, bro, are you ever gonna try to escape? And he was like, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next day. But I will escape prison. I will escape prison. Maybe not today. Maybe not the next day. Maybe not next day. But I will escape prison. And I'm like, oh, okay, man. I'll catch you later. I'm gonna go to the lunchroom. See ya. And he's just still remaining in the prison, just building his Legos. Eating some stale ass Doritos from the vending machine. I would love, bro. Man. This would be a chill cellmate to have, and he's also tiny as fuck, so he could probably slither around some guy's neck if he has to and choke him out. You know, I would have to maybe also kind of protect him too, because he's kind of small against the big guys. I'd be like, hey, get back. And Miranda's like, oh man, just let me build my Legos, man. Hey man, let me build my Legos, man. And I'm like, Moreno, you build those fucking Legos. I got your ass, man. I got you. Pause. I got you. I got your back. And he's like, thanks, man. Shit like that. It would be cool as fuck. But thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to make a fun little video like this. I got Bilal versus Bonfim predictions coming out this Thursday. And also, I'm going to talk about it on Thursday too. But this Saturday, Bilal Muhammad versus Gabriel Bonfim UFC Fight Night. I'm going to be doing a live stream with my boy. It's going to be over Discord, but I'm going to have my webcam and his webcam on the screen, have a timer and shit. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Drop in when I'm doing that. Say what's up. But thank you guys for watching. Catch you later. Peace.